What is going on, my people? We are back with another episode of the Pregame Podcast. My name is Wole, your host, here with my amazing co-host. We got the queen to my left, as always. Queen Cass in the building. How you doing, girl?
Good. How are you?
God damn it, Cass. You gotta have good, like great.
What do you want me to say?
Like, have more energy. We turned. I missed you. It's been 2 weeks, man.
I know. My energy is kind of low today.
All right, okay.
Sorry.
But you're still on your shit. No alcohol. No red meat.
I'm saving that for my check-in. So
okay, my bad. Yeah. No, I don't want to jump ahead.
Yes, I'm still on my shit.
All right, cool. So. That's all that matters. Shout out to Cheeks. We miss you. We love you. And shout out to all the single moms trying to hold it down.
Where you been?
What I mean? God damn it, Cass. She's taking care of her family. Yo, we miss you, Cheeks. Yo, don't stop your shit. We got a special guest in the building, man. I'm excited. I only get excited for a handful of guests when we bring on this pod, and I cannot believe that this guy has. First off, he's popping his pod cherry with us. So no Diddy, that shit is amazing. Like I'm proud of that alone. But this is my brother. I've known him over a decade. I feel like I say that all the time, but it's true. We go back to high school, then we reconnected at a job back in like 2014. Ever since then, we've been smooth. My brother, Big Mo, not the little one, Javon Morris in the building, one half of the team Sanctuary ownership. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you, man. Skin glistening. You know what I mean? Beard looks full.
You know what I'm saying?
Thriving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good to yo, man. That's what's
we
up.
got natural products too, yeah. We'll get it
you said, okay. Well, shit.
Natural hair products?
Natural hair products, skin products.
Like at the gym.
At the gym.
Oh, this nigga ain't playing. Okay.
Yeah, we got some stuff cooking for you.
That's what I like to hear. So thank you for joining us, bro. We're going to interview in a second, but before we do that, let's jump into check-in. I went first last time, so you got to go first this time.
Okay. So my week's been solid. Like I've said before, did I say it the last pod that I'm doing my
I can't remember if you said it on pre-production. You said it on both. Yeah,
I'm
pre-production
doing
and
basically like I won't say a detox, but it's like I'm doing no meat, I'm doing no liquor, and no dairy for a month. But as I've been doing it, like I told you, I started the first of this month. Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna continue it. I don't know. I just feel better. Like I feel better. Like
continue the no meat, the no drinking.
No, not the well.
Just like that.
Summer's right
so
here.
you gotta, yeah. You about to go to the Turks, and you ain't giving up the liquor. Why are you lying like that?
Listen, I ain't lying. You didn't let me finish.
You're giving up protein. Meat protein. Yes,
I'm giving up meat protein. I may do like salmon, but that's it. Like
anything else is off the table.
Yeah, no chicken, no
turkey,
beef, no turkey, no pastrami. Definitely no pork. None of it.
Yo, real talk. What animal does pastrami come from?
It's beef.
What kind of beef though? What like cow beef?
I would assume so.
Yeah,
bison beef.
I don't know.
Like. What kind? Like I mean, like what is the animal that pastrami comes from? What does that look like, bro?
I thought it was pork forever.
I think it's a hybrid. I think it's on some.
I low-key think it's pork too, honestly.
I think it's on some cauliflower.
It wasn't pork. You know what I mean? I still, don't mess with it in the restaurants, but I seen that before.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because low key, like it's a good like lunch sandwich meat. Mm-hmm. Like it's a good deli meat, no Diddy. Like because I said meat a lot just now.
yeah.
But nah, pastrami is good, low key. But like I don't know where it's from, and I don't think I should care because I know for a fact the Broad Street Chinese spot served me rat before and cat.
Oh,
so
like you
what?
know that
I saw it, bro. The spot next to the liquor store. The spot next to the liquor store. Right next to Crown. Next to Crown.
Yes,
Young Nan?
Yeah.
Young Nan, nigga?
Yeah.
Oh, they were serving cat and rat in there for a minute.
Yeah.
I seen one hung up.
That's my hood too, man.
Yeah. So I can't trip on pastrami. I just want to know what animal it comes from. Hey, if any of y'all are out there that are farmers, let me know what animal the pastrami come from, nigga, and why it goes so good with mustard. That's a hard combo. It's harder than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
The pastrami mustard. But anyway, I'm sorry. I stepped on your check-in.
You did.
I'm sorry.
Like you always do, but I just let you rant and rave. But anyhow,
Oh, that's bad.
No. So my month's been going good. Like,
No.
I'll take mine off.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Okay. Can't make our guess. We can't out our guess, man.
I'm just
Continue.
oh no. So I was just saying, no, everything's been good. Like my vegan diet's been really good. I've been dabbling into different like food recipes and kind of not making it boring. So
Okay.
that's been going well. I feel better. My sleep is 100% better.
Dope.
I feel lighter, but not like how physically lighter, but like I don't know. It's a weird feeling. So
one question: you still eat eggs?
no, I don't. I haven't. No dairy, no meat, no nothing. Nothing. Anything that has eyes, soul, anything, eggs that come from a chicken.
Is that the reasoning behind it?
No. Okay. It's for like I'm trying to like heal my gut. So there's certain things I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm doing the black seed bitters. Have you heard of that? The black seed bitters.
I have.
Black seed oil. Mm-hmm. I'm doing the soursop bitters. Have you heard of that?
Of course he has. He's a fit. We gonna get into all of that.
So I'm doing
healthy
that.
shit.
It tastes horrible, but it has like
The healthier stuff.
Yeah, it has
especially bitters.
right. Yeah,
Salute to you.
it has.
Good
Yeah,
job.
it's bad.
Not facts.
It's real bad, but it's so good for you. So I'm doing that. I'm doing okra water, like infused
Okra
water.
So is the purpose? Is it a detox? I know you was kind of teetering back and forth with whether you want to use the word detox or not.
Well, it's more like a cleanse, like a meat cleanse. Like I'm trying to like cleanse myself from like meat and dairy products.
Am I poking if I say why?
No, I mean I get why you'd ask. It's for health reasons. Like
Okay.
yeah, meat has so many like hormones in it. And not to like dive into too deep, but like I have to kind of balance my hormone levels out.
Okay.
Like overabundance of like estrogen hormones
Yes.
can cause all types of like female reproductive issues like PCOS, endometriosis,
Yep.
fibroids, all that. So I'm kind of just trying to like kind of cleanse myself from that.
Word.
Yo,
Yeah.
the body, love that.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Okay, Cass. That's what I'm
I
talking
always love
about.
to know somebody's why.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
People
yeah.
like to do things, but
For sure.
it's the intention behind it for me.
Absolutely.
It's a healing. I'm on a healing journey. And I've been on this journey for a while. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Got to snap it up from
Right.
my girl Cass. What I'm talking about. I'll be real quick. Yo, everything is lit. Life is blessed. I went to go see Sinners last night because I wanted to get ahead
Is
of
it fire?
Fire, bro. Required viewing.
That motherfucker don't miss.
He don't.
I need
That combo, that Coogler Michael B. Jordan shit is looking a lot like Tarantino, Sam Jackson. It's looking a lot like Al Pacino, not Al Pacino, De Niro and Scorsese. Like, dog, there's so many themes to unpack in the film that you
gotta watch it again.
you're overwhelmed watching the fucking movie. And because you have to watch it in IMAX or you gotta watch it in that new shit at Showcase where they got like, it's like 785 Dolby with all the speakers and you can hear it all around you and the birds is chirping and shit and they're under your fucking seat. You gotta watch it in one of those theaters, bro. The shit is loud. There's so much music. There's so many historical references. There's things in that movie that are connecting like the history of African music and how it evolved into the blues and how the blues is connected to the geishas of the yo dog. It's shit's fucking crazy. Then you got the Klan in this motherfucker. It's in 1932 Mississippi. The Smokestack Twins, which is one of the most fire fucking fictional names for any two protagonists of any movie I've ever watched.
Yep.
Yo, you gotta watch that shit, bro. It's so dope.
I've been waiting for it. For
How
sure.
he put it all together, like dude is legit a genius, and I can say that. Like Ryan Coogler, he's one of them ones, and Michael B. Jordan. When it comes to acting of that millennial generation that's older and like I think he's 38 or 39. He's the one, not the two, bro. Like he's yo. A lot of people say, "Oh, it always feels like I'm watching Michael B. Jordan." Nigga, in this movie, you're watching Smoke and Stack. Mm-hmm. His range is crazy.
Yeah.
Playing twins is hard. A lot of actors have done it. Michael Keaton did it. Lindsay Lohan did it. I think fucking Dustin Hoffman. A bunch of niggas done try to do the twin shit. He smoked this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
He smoked it. So if you haven't already, go watch Sinners, bro. please, do yourself.
What a plug.
Yeah, I'm going back on Sunday. I got to.
Yeah.
Got to.
You just made date night for me, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you, sir, do you want to do a check-in as well, or do you want us to just jump right into asking you some questions, my brother? It's up to you.
I mean, I'm doing very well. Week's been great. Let's get to it.
All right. Okay. My first question. Fitness and being a trainer and a nutritionist wasn't your first option.
No.
So tell the people how you came to pivot to being a wellness coach, because that's what you are. You're a wellness coach, you're a consigliere, you're a consultant, you're a guide. People trust you. How did that pivot come to pass? Because when we met and we reconnected as adults, you were all about tech.
Yep.
You were all about AV, audio, sound engineering, and you made a complete 180.
Yeah.
And now you are all about the human body and making sure that people hit their fitness goals and knowing what they put in their body, what it does to it, and all of that shit. So, like, where did that come from, bro?
Honestly, man, my drive for wanting to better my own personal life, that's kind of like picking up where you found me at. I went to New England Tech, studying that, and to be honest with you, I just needed a shift in my life. I don't regret going to school. I regret the bill. The bill is crazy. But the experience by itself led me to who I am today. So doing that just kind of opened up my mind and said, okay, there's different options out there for me. And I started exploring different things, and I was more open to trying new things out. But initially, this whole thing started out as a joke between me and my co-founder. Right. So me and my friend, we played high school sports together. We played ball together all our lives. This guy is like a all-state athlete since we've been in high school and stuff like that. And post high school, we ended up going to Atlantic City, and we went to a pool party. And this is post high school, so nobody's making us run anymore, or hit the gym anymore. And he took his shirt off. And I was surprised by what I saw. I looked at him, I was like, God damn. You talking about back then, in high school you wasn't shit? I was like, you ain't shit right now. Just kind of just shooting ones.
Man.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he was just like, when we get back home, I'm going to the gym. And I was like, yo, you know what, man? I was like, I'll be there right there with you. You know what I mean? So we started doing it. And again, this was just something initially, I pushed my friend towards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, yo, you got this, bro. You can do that. Because like you said, I was into the tech. I was into business. Actually, one of my business ideas at the time that I was trying to push was like a mobile studio. I was like, yo, everybody's rapping right now. What if I could just pull up to your crib with the studio? It was just the kind of things I was thinking about at the time. So I was always thinking business. But he ended up hitting me up one time, and he was like, yo, bro, you told me to come and do this thing. So we started doing it for free. And my advice to everybody is, if you truly love something and you think it's something that you really want to do,
gotta do it for free.
You would do it for free.
100%.
Nobody should have to pay you to do what you truly love to do. And so started hosting free classes right outside of Hope. Started doing that. That was jumping. We ended up having like 20 to 30 people coming through. And he's like, yo, it's getting to be a lot. Yo, I don't got this kind of experience. He was like, would you come and help me? I said, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did worse things with you as, as young boys. I'm definitely down to get down with you to help you out with this. So we started training people. And the first experience for me was seeing the transformation. Your first transformation is
your personal one or the ones of your clients?
The ones of my clients.
Got you.
It wasn't even my own. Honestly, my own. I didn't realize what I was doing to myself and to other people that knew me from back.
Started giving you them compliments.
Yeah, they started coming. They was like, bro, what the hell have you been doing? You know what I mean? Because I was a guy that was like 175, 185 pounds. You know what I mean? Like at 6'4". You know what I mean? So I was very skinny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to be over 200 pounds. That was like a big thing for me, but I was kind of just doing my thing. And then I saw a client, an older lady, who, when she first came to us, she couldn't lunge. She couldn't walk, like take a lunge walk. And one day, out of nowhere in class, she just started lunging the whole track. She started lunging the track. And I was like, what's happening at home? She was like, I'm playing with my kids now. I can run and do this. And it was just the most amazing experience. So that really showed me that this was just more than just, helping people lose a couple pounds.
For sure. Yeah.
That was like the first experience for me.
Dope.
And so from there, man, we just started to take off, shift into like somebody else's gym that situation didn't work out too well. And, you know, we ended up getting an opportunity to open up our own space. And opening up our own space was a godsend. You know what I mean? God really navigated my career path. God is the reason why I'm here.
Got you.
Number one. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for God, I had bad credit, credit, and every problem in the world.
Talk about that.
You know what I mean?
Talk about that, though. To unpack that. So, like, how did you guys come about getting the actual location for the gym? Right. Like, how did the LLC come about?
So I knew how to form an LLC. So that was easy. That's
so you did the paperwork.
Yeah, I did the paperwork.
Couple $100.
Anybody can get an LLC. So LLCs are easy. Anybody can get a business. That's nothing. A lot of it, what people are looking for, are opportunities. And, you know, I pride myself on being an opportunist, on spotting opportunities to, you know, put myself in a position where I can succeed. And so one day, I'm playing dominoes with a family friend, and we're sitting around the dominoes table, and he goes, listen, man, I'm thinking about leaving CVS corporate. But I got all this money sitting here, you know, and I need to figure out, you know, what business should I invest in?
Oh, okay.
And it's just, and I felt like a tingle from God. And just like, I looked at him, I was like, man, ain't no way, man. You serious? I was like, yo, you seen what I've been doing every week? I'm like, what you think? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see,
invest in us.
Like, I've been doing this, bro. Like, and I do it, and I don't even get paid for this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious about what I'm doing, though.
Yep.
And then, funny, we talk about getting to space. When I had my computer, Forbes was my homepage. And so, as soon as I went home, I opened up Forbes. The day I went to look for a space, Forbes opens up, and the first thing the article says, top 10 grossing businesses over the next 10 years.
Gym.
Number 3 was personal trainer.
Right.
It was number 3. And I took that as another sign. I was like, oh.
That's the universe.
I was like, okay, you speaking to me right now. You trying to tell me this is the right thing, because there's no reason for this information to be here. Sitting right here in front of my face. It's not like I purposely went and looked for it. So, took that. He said I had the conversation at the Domino's table, and because he knew me and my partner and our background and our stories and where we came from, he was like, I'll hear you out. And so we sat down, actually in LA Fitness in Pawtucket, went right upstairs, and we knew nothing about business evaluations, projections, and things like that. We had no idea what even spreadsheets really look like. And he brought an empty spreadsheet out, and he just started inputting numbers. He was like, okay, how many clients can you get? Okay, how much you charging them? Okay. And then after he spitballed all the numbers, and by the way, he told us at the time, he's like, you guys are way too cheap. Way too cheap.
He told you to run your price up.
He been told us to run our price up a long time.
Have you done it?
Tenfold. Yeah. Facts. Big time. But at the time, he was trying to do that just to kind of put our brain in a different space. And so when he said that, we were like, okay, you know, we'll meet you halfway. So we came up with a new price point. And he was like, okay, I'm good with that. He's like, okay, with that price point, you guys can pay me back in 2.5 years. I'll take that. I'll write you guys a check tomorrow.
How much was the check for?
$20,000.
Look at that.
So,
and is it a black man or a Latino man?
Latino.
Yeah.
Yeah, Latino man. You know what I'm saying?
And so he got his money, right?
Shout out to my boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put your business out there.
But no, shout out to him.
Man.
Shout out to him. He's going to watch this shit. He's going to watch. Thank you for investing in my brothers, yo.
Yeah, man.
And thank you for sitting them down, walking them through the finances.
There was no bank that was going to do that at the time.
No.
You know what I mean?
With no credit? No way.
No.
Nobody. And the blessings, like I said, they just continue to pour in. Even still to this day. Like, I'll just say this really quickly about the fitness sanctuary. Everything our business has ever needed has walked through the door. We've done
as a client.
I'm talking about as a business. We've done no.
No. I'm saying like the resource or anything that you needed as a business walked in as a client.
Yes, walked in as a client, or just an observer. Sometimes these people don't even like fully, participate in what
they'll do like a Saturday class or some shit.
Yeah, they might just come in, just be like, nah, I rock with what you're doing. Like, I really see how you're moving.
Where you go for the gym?
Fit Body Boot Camp.
Okay.
You fuck with it? You fuck with it?
Fit Body Boot Camp is.
Word. You got to do a Saturday class. We got to do a Saturday class with y'all.
I would love that. You know what I'm saying? We can get into that, what we do for Saturdays and stuff like that, our mental health mission. But I say for anybody, it's an environment. So if you love the environment that you're in, it's great. I always tell people our business model is to not, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to train people forever. I'm not here for that. Right. My job is to teach people a term that we coined called fitness independence. So most people have a gym membership and they've seen barbells and dumbbells before, but they don't have an understanding of how to properly use the equipment to get the goals that they're trying to get.
100%.
Facts.
So our motto is to teach people fitness independence. So if you stay with us for a month or a year, you're walking out of that door with more knowledge than what you came in with.
Fire.
And so, and that's proven to this day. There's been several gyms that have opened up out of our gym, you know, trainers that have come in. There's been several clients that have turned to trainers out of our gym. That's actually one of our, another part of our model is we grow from within. So we like to take our clients and then people who get really, really passionate about fitness, we put them into a support coach position and start
Fire.
their journey. And we start to teach them the business itself.
Right.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Which is, like I said, it's very lucrative. When I first got into it, it was the best part-time job in the world. And I still say that to this day. It's not another
Word.
part-time gig you can go get right now
Yep.
that's going to pay you anywhere from, just to say, $40 to $150 an hour. Just doesn't happen like that. And so our business does that. And right now it's one of the, you know, the biggest growing industries right now. So
Word.
Nice.
Appreciate that, brother. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. So as a co-owner of the Fitness Sanctuary and as a personal trainer, what's a proud moment you can kind of, you know, inform us on and kind of, you know, let us know like a proud moment that you've had in your career, and then maybe a not so proud moment that you learned from?
is the problem right, is personal, business, because there's a lot of problems. So I'm just gonna pick one. Personally, business wise, you tell me which way to go.
Oh, whichever way you want to go with that.
Personally, with the business, nigga.
Like, mainly, I'm not trying to dive into your personal.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
listen,
with the business.
Yeah, I mean, so first things first is we was discussing this off camera. Was 90% of, I heard this quote, and I am quoting John Hope Bryant, so make sure I quote the right source. He said 90% of black businesses don't have an employee.
Fucking wild.
And that stat is absolutely mind-boggling, that most of these people you see walking around with LLCs and they say they got this business, but if they don't operate the business cannot function, the business can't run. And so one big problem that we started to address was, if Taj or myself isn't there, how does the place stay open?
Word.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
You got employees now?
yes,
How many?
3.
Dope. And they're all coaches? or
Coach. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. We actually have more than that. 5 if I include my admin. So we have 2
I was
coaches.
going to say, yeah, you got to have
Yeah,
that.
we have an administration team. Salute to my administration girls, K and J. Salute to you girls. You guys
You're running the Men in Black gym over there. Niggas say K and J.
That's fact. That's real too. So yeah, K and J, shout out to the girls, man, for holding us down, because
Word.
now as we have new clients come in, we have an intake system now.
Word. Onboarding process. I love that.
Yes, exactly.
That's
so
dope.
our onboarding process is set down, you know what I mean? So like understanding that, standard operating procedures of a business. You know what I mean? So these are terms and things that we had to learn along the way.
Word.
As far as developing. The biggest thing amongst all of that was finances.
Of course.
So
How you going to stay open?
but through the grace of God.
Yeah, word.
Because I mean, just to be quite, transparency. Now our books are not like that right now. But transparency was when we first sat down with an accountant. They had no idea how we were still surviving. They had no idea.
Word.
We were very much rule breakers. But we didn't use that to like boast our egos or say like,
sure.
yeah, we're still doing it. We looked at the math. We actually practice this exercise still to this day. We have an exercise that we run monthly called checking the scoreboard. So we check the scoreboard. Scoreboard is gonna never lie to you. So even amongst the people that we have sitting in that meeting, it's a lot of type A personalities. And so we allow ego to get kicked to the side because we just focus strictly on the business itself and what's producing and what's not producing. And if there's an area that's not producing, it's on the chopping block. Now, that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to chop it, but even if you move forward, you move forward with the knowledge of knowing that this is not doing so well and it's under a microscope right now.
Yep.
So either make it perform Or next time you come to this meeting, you look crazy when you say you want to continue to do this when
Yeah, word.
we're all
We're
saying,
going to
yo,
give it the
needs
boot.
to be chopped.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, so having those executive meetings and things like that, creating people that you trust, and trusting them with you being transparent with yourself. You know what I mean, and what the business is actually doing, because it's tough. Especially something like you said. I said I'm passionate about this. I love doing this, and then I look at it and just be like, yeah, you're passionate, but you got like a passionate hobby, bro. This stuff is eating at your pockets every single day, and
That's how you feel, or that's what people have
that's
told
the
you?
reality.
Right.
You know, you look at the numbers, man, and it's a negative.
Got you.
You know what I'm
Because, yeah,
saying?
you
It's
only-
a negative. The numbers, you can't lie. Why is it negative?
You got to get in the black. Yeah.
You gotta get in the black.
Right.
You gotta figure out how to get in the black and what to do that. And then you start to find different things. Okay, this is not working so well. Okay, we need to improve on this.
Facts.
And so that's been like a problem that we've addressed. That if I'm
Is it getting better? Slow progress?
absolutely
Good.
phenomenal. We're knocking it out of the water.
That's what I love.
I mean? So-
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, bro.
Yeah, knocking
sure.
out of the water. We best gym of 2024.
Yes,
Looking
sir.
to repeat for
In all of
2025.
Rhode Island.
Yes, that's the RI. Please vote at RI Monthly statewide. Go down the gym and type in Fitness Sanctuary. Thank you guys for your participation.
Word. I'm
Hey.
definitely gonna cast my vote. I got one more question for you.
Go ahead.
One more question as it pertains to you being a trainer, my nigga. Why do you not allow the men that you train to take a breath?
I do. It's time.
No, you don't, nigga.
It's time because I be
Yo,
honest with you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna step on my own question
Go ahead.
so I can roast this nigga a little bit.
ahead.
I went over there for 2 different Saturday classes.
Yeah.
The first one, I had Mo. So the shit that Mo had me doing, because he knew I was in the gym, we follow each other on IG and shit. He saw me deadlifting 400, squatting 400, doing Miami, whatever. And this, shout out to CrossFit. I'm not hating on them. That's a good gym. I had a good year post COVID. But when I went over there for a Saturday with this motherfucker right here, this nigga said, "Yo, what you benching? Get on the bench, yo. I'm gonna throw 2 plates on there. Just put it." I was like, "Nigga, I don't be lifting. I don't lift. I don't bench. We do body stuff." He's like, "Well, nah, you could do
Nigga,
it."
you big enough, nigga.
Yeah, that's exactly. He said it just like that, and he was like, "I got you. I ain't gonna let you die." And I'm like, "All right, okay." 185 on the shit, and I put it up, and then that's. This nigga almost let me die. Then he
Gotta
had
let
me
himself
do
a little bit.
This motherfucker had me on the cardio machine. I don't know if it was the bike or the elliptical, but he said, "Yo, do 15 minutes of that," and then he put the speed all the way up to like 13. I'm like, "Yo, what is wrong?" I'm looking at Taj like, "Yo, can you get this nigga? What is happening right now? Who does this nigga think I am? I'm not Michael B. Jordan, nigga. I'm Wole."
Nah.
I like that. Well, so before the resurrection, there got to be a level of destruction. I like to see people
This nigga here, boy.
show their true selves. And a quote I got from a football coach a long time ago always says, "What? Fatigue will make cowards of us all." When you start to fatigue, I start to see the things that are really ailing you. I start to see how you talk to yourself. I start to see how when trouble really hits you, how do you respond?
Right.
And then, that's when I really get a chance to have a deeper conversation with somebody during that time and say, "Well, why do you talk to yourself like that? Because you just told me you couldn't do it, but yet we're 10 minutes in and you got 5 minutes to go. So it looks like you can do it."
Right.
You know what I mean? But yet you sat here and complained to me for 10 minutes that you couldn't do it, but yet we're still doing it, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's that space in between that makes the job what
Nigga,
it is.
you're a drill instructor. You're a drill sergeant,
No, I'm
nigga.
not. No, I'm not.
Fuck. Ty, this nigga was like, "Yo, take 10 seconds. What? 10 seconds? Bro, after what I just did, I need at least, give me 60, at least.
I give
30.
I give out bigger rest periods.
No, you don't. Well, 5 years ago you did it. Now you do, nigga.
I'll be honest. Maybe 5 years
In
ago, I wasn't as refined.
nigga, in 2021, 4 years ago, you were giving nigga, "Yo, you got 20 seconds. Go get some water, whatever you got to do. Be back here, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to do the ab. I want you to do the ab extensions, and I want you to make sure you keep your core. Yeah, nigga, I know your shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I know your shit.
Hey, tomorrow, 10 a.m., we got ab extensions. We got ab extensions.
This will be 5 days ago from tomorrow because this drops on Wednesday. This nigga crazy. This nigga crazy. But nah, Taz is like, "All right, go ahead, bro. Take 60 seconds." I'm like, "Thank God. Thank God." This nigga Mo, I'm looking at Mo on the other side of the gym, like ready to crack this nigga head open with some. Like, yo, you man.
That's how I know I'm doing my job. You gotta hate me for the next hour.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel it.
You feel it? Yeah.
I mean, you got it. but
I had it, but that's not the point.
Right.
Support me.
Right, exactly.
Yo, what kind of bullshit is this? Yo, that's crazy.
nah, you don't need no more than 20 seconds break and then go to the next.
Why are you telling me what kind of breaks I need?
Well,
'Cause-
you know what? I'm thinking of how they do it at Fit Body, and they do
Oh.
it like by stations.
Yes.
So, and it's like
And
a fit,
stations are normally in that parameters, you know what I mean? So
20 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do like a 40-second on, 20-second off kind of thing. That's good for like a high intensity hit style.
Yeah,
workout.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
how- yeah.
And this wasn't no hit.
Oh,
This
it was
was
kinda
like,
high.
Hey, you
Oh,
wasn't doing
wasn't high.
you wasn't lifting weights doing that damn. Don't let them fool you. Listen, when you do compound lifts, I do not make you go right back to back like that with heavyweight. I'm just lightweight. We might do something like that. But yeah, these guys tripping, man.
no,
Compound weights, we take our rest period.
they know me, but our audience knows me. I'm dramatic as fuck, man. I just wanted to put you
I
on front street real quick.
want y'all to grow. I want you to grow. I want to see you grow.
Right.
Do you have any other questions for Mo before we move into topics?
So how is your workout set up? Like, so is it like personal training, one-on-one? Is it group
Thank you.
classes?
That's a great question.
That's an amazing question.
Phenomenal question. So yes, so we do a combination of group training. We don't believe in like an a la carte system. You get what we get. Like I said, our model is fitness independent. So if you sign up for group classes, you can just get group classes. What I encourage people to do is if you sign up for a personal training package with us, you also get unlimited group classes anyway. So it benefits you
Okay.
just to sign up for the personal training. That's on purpose.
Right.
Because we want to teach people how to use the weight room.
Right.
And you see the most growth there. So we do personal training and group classes. We also plug. We do a mental health class called Move to Heal every Saturday at 10 a.m., which is absolutely free and open to the public. It will remain that way for as long as we're in business. We had a partnership. Well, sorry, we still have a partnership,
I'm saying, you lost the partnership?
but some things have altered a little bit. We'll say that. But our mission is still our mission, right? So we know that fitness helps out with more than just the physical.
Right.
Stress, grief, anxiety, trauma, depression. And I think about it, that's like most of the people that we deal with on a day-to-day.
Everybody.
Right.
Every human being on the planet.
Quite literally, you know what I mean? And fitness has actually been proven to be one of the best solutions for that. So we do a free 30-minute workout every Saturday, absolutely free, open to the public. Actually, we even got approved this year to do 6 installments at the I-95 district downtown Providence this year.
Nice.
So
Congratulations.
yes,
Absolutely.
we'll actually also be doing some in Central Falls. So yeah, we're plugging this all around the city because it's very, very important to us. After the 30-minute workout, we have a 30-minute what we call like a debrief, where we just sit down and we just discuss the topic. Anybody can chair the meeting. It's open to anybody to lead. It's not necessarily just the facilitators that lead.
For sure.
So we have some people that come in. We have a lady that's a poet. So she comes in, she says a poem, and then we get to break down her poem after. And her poem always has a theme behind it. Or sometimes we just bring up topics from a book, or we just share information.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is a book that I'm reading, and this book, this quote meant so much to me. You know what I mean?
Because
like,
of XYZ.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? And people have been offloading, man.
Heavy shit.
Man, I'm talking about we're bringing people back from substance abuse, violent relationships, trauma-filled past, and you're seeing people come in and you're seeing them thrive now. Like thriving, like not just surviving, thriving, becoming high-functioning people in society right now. And the work is there. The work is being put in.
I love that, man. I'm proud of you guys.
Right.
Shout out Taj in Arizona on vacation with his babies.
Yeah, holding it down for you, bro.
100%. And we're gonna bring both of you back on the pod. You're gonna come back on with your partner. But that's beautiful, man. Like I ain't gonna hold you. When you guys first started, the person that I had the least amount of faith in was you at the time, because I thought you were jumping on to this thing because it was trendy and it was a quick buck. But then I had to wait and reserve judgment. I never said anything out loud to anybody. There were people that were like, yo, why Mo trying to steal Taj's thing and he trying to jump on
Rhode Island shit.
Yeah. And I said, yo,
Right.
I thought the same, but I'm going to reserve judgment and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch. And I'm going to see, because I already know who you are as a person in terms of your determination. And when you lock in, you fucking lock in. So if you're doing this shit, it can't be haphazard. At the time, because I didn't know about the free classes that you were doing at the other niggas jam and blah blah blah. And even if I did, I saw a lot of photos with Taj in the clients. I saw you maybe in like every other. So the consistency wasn't there for me at the time. So once you guys got to the spot where you had the location in Lincoln, I'm like, okay, this nigga Mo and Taj, both of these niggas, they're really trying to do that shit. And then 1 year passes at the spot, down. 2 years pass. Your body's already, you already know I call that nigga little 5'7" Shamar Moore.
Yeah.
I don't know what, you every handsome light skin, you fucking, you Morris Kojo. you
Every light skin joke in the
Actually, I can see Morris.
Yo, give me two. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yo, prime Morris Kojo nigga just from Rhode Island. You got every in shape light skin nigga you Aaron Pierre a little bit. Your eyes just on green, nigga. You every light skin nigga, man. But like after the second or third year, I'm like, yo, these niggas is really doing this shit. It wasn't even like a judgment thing anymore. It was like, I'm proud of these guys because it's hard to start a small business. I have to remind folks, off camera, pre-production, right? You thought Half Full was a nonprofit, and this is the only time I'll see my job's name on this show because I'm making a point. We put a lot of extra time in that does not bring revenue into the business.
Yes.
Every good small business is like that, though.
Yes.
Right.
You're an amazing small business. The fitness site is an amazing small business, but there's a reason why everybody, dog, you are changing lives. We're changing lives on the corporate side. We're redefining what professional development looks like. What your inner office and your workplace culture, we're redefining that shit. And we got a whole bunch of clients that are in Rhode Island, in New England, Southern New England, Northern New England, all over and we're working on a Marcom plan to go national. And when we work with the corporations that speak all of that fucking corporate jargon that we don't like, it breaks our heart. But those are the people that can sign a 2-year contract for $400,000.
Yeah.
Right.
And you ain't gonna say no to that because, like you said about 5 minutes ago, you gotta stay in the black.
Yeah.
Right.
Because once you get in the red, shit gets a little tricky.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And the more employees you have, the higher probability of you having to let people go.
Yeah.
And so, as much as we love to be front facing in the community, I'm the only person on my team. So there's 5 full-timers on my team. I'm the only person that has a job or a role that doesn't bring any revenue into the business. Everyone else supports the half, and the full is about giving back.
Okay.
I'm the full.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The youth program is a part of that. Next week, our neighborhood cleanup in Smith Hill, that's a part of that. Block party, turkey drive, all that shit. Me, bro. I'm the main or co-coordinator for all of that shit.
Okay.
None of that brings in money. If anything, I'm looking for ways to fund all of that shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so when I see another small business by 2 men of color thrive, and you said it's been what, 7 years?
7 years.
7 years going strong. Yo, when you get to 10, I'm gonna put whatever I got to on a nice big bottle of Cristal. We celebrating, bro.
Yeah.
Wherever you guys are gonna do it, shit, I'm gonna send y'all venues. We should do it over here.
Yeah.
These are the colors we should wear, nigga.
Yeah.
And we celebrating because, yo, it is so important for all small businesses, especially the ones that have amazing missions, are serving their clients the right way, are leading with integrity, know what the fuck their vision is,
Right.
and are just consistent in delivering the product. It's so important for us to support one another and to celebrate them on every small win. Every year that you're open is a win.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't, like, you started by saying, like, if you're a solopreneur, cool, but like, what kind of money are you making?
Yeah.
When you start asking those types of questions, people can't answer you. You know what I mean? It's like, so you're an entrepreneur. You work by yourself. And how much do you make a year? So you got 3 clients. So you probably making about 45, 50K. You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit.
No.
Once you get to 200K by yourself, now you got to start thinking about how you can get to 275 and then add another employee. You know what I mean? Like, those are the numbers that I want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. You know what I mean? My father is a small business owner. He owns a FedEx franchise. That nigga crap. He had to pay $45,000 in taxes back last week, bro. I'm proud of my dad.
Yep.
But you know how much he made? 1.25.
Ooh.
I never thought I would say. And
Your pops is out here
5
moving
years,
for real, huh?
5 years in a row.
Nice.
But he started like you and Taj. He started like my boss.
Yep.
Fucking FedEx, nigga. Like, what? 80% of that is fucking payroll and, you know, some expenses and shit like that. And the other
still,
20. But still.
I can clear that and still take my 15% off the top. I'm chilling.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Got the nerve to ask me for his insurance money. Nigga, you get it when I get to it. I got
He said, hey, 10% at one point, whatever. I'm still 6 figures in, baby.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? So, yo, man, I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm proud of y'all. And the knowledge is there. The work has been done. There was no shortcuts taken. Like, you had my kids' all my kids' jaws on the floor in August when y'all came and worked them out for that hour, and we played ultimate frisbee. Nobody got hurt, thank God.
Yep.
Because I didn't stretch with none of them niggas. Y'all had that shit was fire, and I can't wait for this summer too. But we got to get into topics because I gotta clock the time. We at 10, so we gotta make sure we get in at least 3 of these topics. So, we ready? You want to do yours first, or do you want to start somewhere else?
So I know you said you wanted to talk about the city's budget.
Real quick, it's not even the city, but tax levy, Providence. The mayor did his budget presentation this past Wednesday, 2 days ago. So the people who are single family home owners, doesn't matter what your age is, your tax bill is gonna go up. Everybody's bill is gonna go up an additional 4%. So the tax levy currently sits at 4%. If this budget that he presented and is not on paper, not legit yet, it hasn't been passed, it'll go up to 8%. So what that means is if you're a single family homeowner, your tax bill is going to go up $13, an additional $13 every month starting July 1st of 2025.
Just in Providence?
This is only for Providence. Only for Providence. If you are a senior citizen, 65 or older, or whatever the number is now, it could be 68. I have no idea. I'm not that old. If you are a senior, you qualify for a 50% double exemption. So what that means is if you're a senior and you own a single family home and you live by yourself and you don't want to be in assisted living or any kind of old folk home, that means that your tax bill for the next year is actually going to go down. So from July 1st, 2025 to July 1st, 2026, your property tax bill is going to actually go down by 50%. You're not going to get an increase. So I need folks to know that. So you're not going out listening to these clickbaity things from these irresponsible politicians that are just saying shit because they don't like Smiley and all of this. We got to dead all of that, right? And if you are a landlord who is a living landlord, and you have a property that is a multifamily, 2 units to 5 units, your shit is actually going to quadruple. Your property tax bill is going to go up to 16% because you have more units. But it's not crazy. So so for the single family folk, it's just you and your house with your family. $160 is what you're going to pay extra next year. If you are a multi-unit property owner, 2 units or more, you are going to pay $600, $656. That's the number. And it's a lot if you are somebody who just, you got that one multifamily and you might got one other apartment in there and they're paying you rent. I can see how that could be a hit. $600 is nothing to sneeze at. But when it comes to these big property developers that people are getting mad about, oh, well, what about 02908? And what about Strive? Trust me, they're going to get, if you, with your one little multifamily, is paying an extra $650 a year total on your tax bill, just imagine what a fucking company, a private development corporation like Strive is going to pay when they have 225 multi-units. Just think about that.
Right.
Let's sprinkle some silence on it and let's just think about it. There's not enough critical thinking going on. There's not enough reading going on. Y'all niggas look at the clickbait, you look at the title, you don't click on the fucking article, and you don't read. You don't read. And it's out of pocket. And we got leaders.
Unfortunate truth.
We got politicians and we got respected community leaders that are regurgitating absolute nonsense. It's not just on a national level with everything that's going on in the feds and this goofy that's running the country allegedly, and it's happening in Rhode Island on a grand scale too. And I need all the people of color who are considered community leaders, because you're not self-appointed. This is a people-selected role. You were chosen. You have a fucking responsibility to do your due diligence every single day. Not when you feel like it. You don't have the responsibility to be motherfucking upset because you don't like what this one did or that. It's not about you. My man just told you about his gym and how people said the best thing about being a part of this gym is the community. The ego-less trainers who come in and actually care about providing that brave and courageous space for me to come in and get my shit off. Mm-hmm. Struggle through it. And I'm going to encourage you the whole fucking time. You can do this shit. You're great. Mm-hmm. Remember when you was 8 and you could run. Just run, motherfucker. Remember that shit. You know what I mean? We got to get back to that. Fuck your ego. How are your neighbors living? How are you living? How your neighbors living? How everybody in your fucking neighborhood living? Right. Fuck your ego. It's not about being right. It's about making sure that everybody that's in your fucking immediate proximity has the necessities that they need to survive out here. How is the quality of life in your fucking community, bro? So I just needed to say that because the mayor of Providence gets a bad rap. He gets his back kicked in every single fucking day, and it's not fair because I know what the budget looks like. Nobody on earth knows that about 5-6 months ago, the city of Providence lost a lawsuit against the Providence Public School Department, and because the tax levy had to go up 4% and is being proposed to go up 4%, is because the city has to, within the next year and a half, they have to pay the Providence Public School Department $147 million out of our budget. So if our budget was $500 million, $147 million has to go, here you go, Providence Public School Department. Because from 2006 to November 2024, the budget of the school department did not go up. Nobody got a raise. No teachers got a raise. No principals, no APs, no counselors, no gym teachers.
Is that then going to get paid out
no, it's getting paid this year.
I know, but is then that money, once they get it, going to get paid out to the the teachers and stuff?
No, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
That's the lawsuit, my nigga.
Oh, they about to get a bonus.
Dog.
Oh, shout out to all my teachers out there.
They're about to get what they're owed.
Yeah.
From 2006 to November of 2024, there was no raises, no salary increases for anybody that worked for the Providence Public School Department. And so now the city has to pay $147 in one shot. And then the next year is an additional $11 million that they have to pay because the settlement was for $135.6 or some shit like that. And now they have to pay an additional 11.7 because of some other weird shit that happened with people's 401ks and retirement funds and shit like that. But like, people don't know these things. People just be fucking yapping, and I'm sick of that shit. Mm-hmm. Understand what the fuck is going on out here. And if you're not one of the people that's on the ground doing work, shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Please. Because I'm going to start slapping motherfuckers. Like Bernie Mac and Head of State. When I get off the train, I'm going to start slapping motherfuckers. I swear to God, because it's crazy. If you're not doing the work, shut the fuck up. And if you're not going to read and educate yourself, stop spreading fear politics and fear mongering and getting people nervous, dog. Like, we're going to be fine. Rhode Island is one of the few little blue states that's going to be fine. We just need more motherfuckers to step up and shut up. That's it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's it. That's all I had on that. But moving into your first topic, the Trump shit.
Okay.
Bring us in.
My topic was on Trump. Trump officials refuse to send to bring back, what's his name? Kilmar Abrego Garcia. So he was wrongfully deported. Well, he was accused of being an MS-13 gang member.
Which is total cap.
And he was accused of being here illegally. And he was wrongfully deported to, is it Venezuela or El Salvador?
El Salvador.
El Salvador. and he recently got out of prison, but he's still in El Salvador. But before that, he was in prison in El Salvador, and Trump and the El Salvadorian president has refused to send him back.
Trump said he ain't coming back
here to the States when he was wrongfully deported.
He has a criminal record?
No.
Okay.
So that's why I said he was accused of being an MS-13 gang member, wrongfully accused, allegedly. And also he was accused of being here illegally when he is a U.S. citizen, I believe by naturalization. He's not born here. By naturalization, or no. He's not a U.S. citizen. He's a permanent resident, but he didn't do anything illegally. There's nothing on the records. There's nothing on the books. I don't know what the ICE is doing or where they're getting their intel from, but they accused him of being an MS-13 gang member, and they deported him to El Salvador. He recently got out of prison, so he's no longer in jail, but even the El Salvadorian government and Trump, well, the current administration refused to bring him back here. So recent news, I think a Supreme Court has ruled that they have to bring him back or something like that. I don't know if you've seen it in the news, but yeah. But this is all very recent, like this week.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that was my topic. I thought that was really wild. To wrongfully accuse someone of being an MS-13 gang member and just deporting them out of nowhere with no say, does he get a trial? Does he get you know what I mean?
No.
Does he get a lawyer? Something?
No.
Damn.
So my question, I would like to bring this to the table. I don't know if you guys really
Yeah,
thought about this thought real quick. Are you surprised?
No.
Hell no.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I'm talking about before, even if Trump wasn't involved, would you be surprised?
Like if it was a different president?
If it was a different president?
I would be surprised if it was Sleepy Joe.
Just because was you awake to even get him out of here?
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do it.
For me, some of it feels like, I'm just gonna be honest with you about even the whole
Be honest,
administration
bro.
thing. It feels like selective hate.
Right.
It does, especially being black in America.
Right.
We've been black in America for all of our lives. We've heard all of the stories. We know all of the history of the wrongdoings and mistreatment and the things that have happened. And there has, I'm just being honest, hasn't been this level of outrage over things that have happened. And for me, I'm like, how did you get up for the ICE thing? But where was this for George Floyd, Tamir Rice? Where was this same level
of outrage? You mean for the people?
Just the same level, just from people in general, not just like in this room. I'm talking about in people in general.
For sure.
And I'm just like, for me, I struggle to be like, bro, I've been upset with the situation. You just got here. I've been living here for mad long already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They did though. That's the thing. They did just get here. How many people just got here in 2020?
Yeah, a lot.
Historic protest in 2020. First time ever, the entire world, not just this country, tens of thousands of people, every fucking major city that you can think of were protesting for George Floyd, bro. Like, first time ever. And everyone's at home. So that's the first time white folks got to actually see, nigga, they've been killing us for years. We've been telling y'all.
But hold on, no. But it wasn't a consensus, especially when the George Floyd video first dropped.
Yeah.
It wasn't a clear consensus of what we all saw. That's the crazy part about perception.
What do you mean of what we all saw?
That we all watched the same video and not everybody had the same reaction.
Yeah,
Right.
no, of course.
So what I mean, there was other households that saw that and be like, what was he doing?
Yeah.
Like, what was he doing for the cop to put his knee on his neck?
Yes.
To me, that's irrelevant what he was doing. Why is his knee on his fucking neck?
Thank you. We understand that. But that wasn't the consensus. And I know that because of the demographic. Like I said, I'm constantly in the midst of people of all creeds and backgrounds. You get what I'm saying? And I've had clients come in. I have, remain nameless. I had a mixed race client, meaning that dad black, mom white. He's sitting at the grandparents' house confused.
Right.
Because he's just like, they killing black folks like this? I'm black. But he don't look black. But he's just like, but I know I'm black. You get what I'm saying? They killing black folks. And his grandfather was telling him, you don't know what he did. You know, like trying to convince him that his anger was misled.
Right.
Which was just a proof that this is not what we felt was not widespread all around.
No.
Now, yes, we had some people that were kind of silent that finally decided to stand up.
And that was the important part. You don't have to say shit else after that.
Yep.
The people that were on the fence who are white, they picked a side. That's all we needed. The folks that are over there and that been racist and that are quiet about their racism and that I'm so glad that they're outward and screaming and shit and singing. Go ahead, sing, girl. Racist that. Go ahead, carry that too. You racist bitch. Let go. I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy.
Yeah, right.
But those awkward little fucking fragile whites that were standing on top of the fence and looking over, well, oh my God, I want a Dougie. But I do love White Claws. Those motherfuckers, they chose the Dougie. They chose culture.
Yep.
They chose what realness and authenticity looks like versus all the bullshit that's over here.
Okay.
And so that was the major W. I'm so I'm always gonna forever be, sad that a man had to lose his life on camera for 9 fucking minutes for us to get to that point. But we gained so many more allies from a bunch of different communities within the white community. White LGBTQ motherfuckers whose voices they're more organized than anything we've ever done since fucking pre-Civil Rights Act. And they're fucking angry, they're blunt, they'll tell you about yourself at an event like, that's bullshit. They're mad loud and vocal.
Why you do that voice,
bro? But that's what they do. That's some fucking bullshit. That's what they get in their fucking back. Yeah, we're like, yo, this is some we're up. Yo, Mo, this is some you hear this shit? Yeah. Fucking little Danny over here, gay Danny with the booty shorts, is gonna be like, I know, right? I should say something. This is bullshit. Fuck you, liar. You're a liar. And we're just gonna be like, okay, fuck it. We with this nigga Danny. This nigga cooking. I wasn't gonna say it, but we thought it. Right. We thought it though. But that's what happened, bro. I'm with you on the selective outrage to a point, but I always reel it back to not judging, because I know people are afraid to lose what they got, and people don't got a lot. That's even my rant earlier. It's like, shut the fuck up and step up. Shut the fuck up and step up. People are definitely afraid of stepping up because they don't know how to.
Yeah.
You and Ty started a business without knowing a fucking thing, and by chance, call it God, call it the universe, call it Allah, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you had somebody in your life who had the finances to invest. You couldn't get it from a bank. You had a person in your life that was like, yo, I want to invest in something. What can I invest in? And you're like, yo, light bulb, nigga. Right. You see me grinding with my nigga for 2-3 years. What's up?
Yeah.
And you made it work. Sometimes people don't have the courage to say that. Sometimes there's a nigga that's at that same table in your spot, and they're not going to say, yo, why don't you just invest in me?
Yeah, I was definitely too stupid to know when to fail. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And sometimes you got to be bold like that.
Yeah.
Pac said this shit when he was like 25 years old. You don't see no loudmouth 30-something-year-old motherfucker talk because he got kids, he got a family. He's trying to... People mute up. Once you hit a certain... You mute the fuck up because you're trying to protect what you already built. And right now we're in a space where it's fight or flight. Seriously, for everybody.
Yeah, not everybody's fighters. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people who voted for this dude who got melanin in their skin, look like Cass, look like me, look like you, who are now regretting their vote. But, we done told you that. I read the first 10 pages of Project 2025. Everything that this motherfucker is doing is out of that playbook. Kamala told us.
At the same time, I feel like it was all a setup for him to get back into presidency. The whole thing, Biden was in on it. Biden faking that he was gonna run. Dude, you knew you didn't have the strength, the energy, or the capacity to even run again for another 4 years. So why did you fake it? Like you know what I mean? Kamala wasn't a candidate.
Hold on.
Kamala was not a candidate that could actually get a good.
She could have won with 8 months of prep.
She could not have.
She could have.
Possibly, but think about this. Think about what you just said, though, right? Earlier, you just said some really insightful stuff. You talk about a person like yourself that works on the ground level with a lot of important people that are shakers and movers and making things happen. Mm-hmm. And the general consumer doesn't know.
Don't know.
We just see what's fed to us on the outside.
For sure.
Imagine that happening at the highest level.
It's happening.
It's happening. So it's not far-fetched to think that you guys already had this orchestrated.
Right.
Because the motherfucker told you he'll be back.
Right.
The motherfucker, he said it himself. You think this is the last you saw of me?
So many times.
I will be here again. And matter of fact, I one up you. This is gonna be the last time y'all niggas have one of these. Cause I'm not doing this again. It's crazy.
And it's all cap. He can't do none of that.
Whatever. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, son. All I know is that everything the nigga said he was gonna do, he been doing. That's all I know, bro.
That is true.
That's factual fact. They said that before he became president, it was a joke. When he first ran for presidency, it was an absolute joke. But,
no, he didn't run. He ran. That was the issue.
Yep.
A lot of people thought he was joking. He wasn't joking. He got embarrassed at that Obama White House Correspondents' Dinner. Let's peel the layers back. Let's do some Kendrick shit.
Let's do it.
2012. No, it was a 2014 or 2015 White House Correspondents' Dinner. Barrio, good old Barack, made a joke about your boy. He's in there. Everybody in that fucking dinner laughed. Everybody in there, billionaires, millionaires, people that he wants respect from. This is all this is. This is the kid that got bullied and never got no pussy in his entire life. He's the king of the red pill niggas. He's the president though, because there's a bunch of goofy motherfuckers who are the lowest vibrational human beings that you can even think of. You can even draw these people from memory if you see them every day for 15 years in a row. Those are the people that support him. And hate is so easy, bro.
To not be able to draw somebody from memory is absolutely hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But these are the people that follow him. If you ask people, yo, why do you I watch The Daily Show all the time and I love it because it's politics with comedy and they're doing it in such a brilliant way. But when they interview people and they go to these MAGA rallies, why do you like Trump? Or are you aware of the law that's, law number W5X3769 point dash what, and it's this and that? How do you feel about it? Well, I don't really like it. I think it's some bullshit. And, I'm just glad that Trump is in office and blah, blah, blah. And then the fucking correspondent from The Daily Show say, well, did you know that the Trump administration is the one who put that bill into law? Crickets, nigga. They're just sitting there looking stupid at the mic. And
those are the fucking minions.
Yes. Right. And there's mad of them.
But the name of the game is chess, not checkers. You get what I'm saying?
He played chess.
I played chess.
No, he played chess.
Yes, he
knew his base, bro.
Exactly. He's still playing it. So I'm gonna put these pawns, these pieces in positions so that way they distract you from my end goal. So when I swing the board this way, I'm really coming for the checkmate on this side. Right. And I feel like because people take Trump so lightly, even still to this day, is the reason why he's able to do so much. Because you're not taking him serious enough. Imagine if you took him as serious of a threat as you take people from China and Russia and take him.
Or black people, nigga. You don't gotta go over the fucking ocean. Us. They take us so serious that they treat our fucking 4th grade girls like they're in high school. Because they're seen as 6-7 years older than what they fucking are at 8-9 years old. As us, nigga. And if we start seeing, this is what, and I'm gonna to add into your point, right? If I start seeing random black folk get deported, I'll feel a type of way. What my theory is that black folk, we kind of good. Because the USA don't exist without white or black.
Facts.
It don't. So if we start seeing random black, if I see fucking Tyshawn Perry, you know what I mean, getting put on a boat and flown to fuck, you know what I mean? Like, where are they gonna send the nigga? Like,
Well, he did say that he will.
I saw that.
He's entertaining the idea of sending homegrown criminals.
Start sending niggas back to Africa. Marcus Garvey always tried the shit. Y'all niggas didn't like that idea. Y'all niggas quite literally blew the shit. Y'all niggas quite literally blew the shit.
At 40, I'm not gonna be here no more, yo. Dual citizenship in Nigeria, it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming. I don't want to stay too much on it because we can talk about this shit forever.
Yeah, facts.
47 is a goofy. He's been a goofy. It is what it is. We just got to, again, this is why collaboration, community is so important. We need to be in fellowship with people who are like-minded, with shared values. We need to fucking love on each other. We need to big up each other. And we need to fucking walk together. Get your ass up. Let's go. You know what I mean? Watch Sinners. There's a good fucking get your ass up moment at the end. Watch Sinners, goddammit.
I can't wait to watch that.
Hell yeah.
I will say this to segue into the next topic is that I've never, I learned this a long time ago. Never look to your oppressor to be a savior.
100%.
So, and I feel that a lot in our community that we do that. That we look for the people who, there's enough resources amongst ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
To shape and build our reality in a way that will be beneficial, not only to us in the present, but us in the future.
Right.
100%.
And I think our time and energy, because there's only so much of it, right? You only get, like, talking fitness stuff. You only get a total daily expenditure every day. You only get so much every day.
Yep.
Spend it wisely.
100%.
And so that's why I don't all the time dive too deep into these topics and these discussions, because I go,
there's work to do.
Bro, we got work to do right now.
There's work to do, bro.
Always.
You sit over here talking about what they did over there.
I don't give a fuck about the feds. I only care about Providence and on a much smaller, more intimate scale. I just care about Smithfield. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about all of Providence. Providence is gonna be okay. Mm-hmm. Every neighborhood, every ward has only. I care about Smith. 02908. If you live in Wanskuck, Mount Pleasant, Elmhurst, Smith Hill, I got you. Outside of that, I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I can see the impact. It's immediate. It might take a long way to get there, but fuck it. It's tangible. Mm-hmm. And we live in a state where it's inexcusable for you to not know who your elected officials are. I've been saying it forever. I'm going to keep saying it on this pod. If you don't know who your state rep is, you're already fucking losing. If you don't know who your state senator is, you're already fucking losing. If you don't know who your city council person is, you don't give a fuck about your taxes. I don't give a fuck about your rent. If you don't know those three people, it's three people you gotta know. If you don't know it off the top of your dome, what are we talking about, my nigga?
It's embarrassing when you go to vote, right? It's embarrassing. And straight up embarrassing. This is one of been my biggest motivating factors. When you go to vote and you look at the names on the ballot and you see one.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Or you see one. Like, you winning by default or you see two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see two names on the ballot.
Either or.
And I'm like.
Or just the incumbent that nobody opposed.
Nobody tried. You guys don't even try. You're not even showing up. And this is what I'm talking about, our community. So this is why it's so hard for me to get up in a rage about what other people are doing. Or not doing. And I can look in my own circle and go, motherfucker, you ain't showed up to nothing. You haven't done anything yet.
I ain't voted since Obama. Nigga, that was almost 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
Let's talk about what we can do today.
People really don't feel the need to vote. Like for the president.
On the federal level.
I'm not talking about local government.
I'm talking about locally.
Yeah.
Locally. And then
that's what all the shit gets done though, and that's what people don't understand.
No, they don't understand that. They don't understand.
You gotta get your chicken in Prov, nigga. Fuck everything. Prov. Not the state. Prov. State 2.
We moving to Providence pretty soon, man.
Yeah, but anywho, what was your you said this was segueing into the next topic.
Black business topic?
Yes.
Okay.
Ask the question, brother.
Why don't black businesses here, let's talk here, locally in Rhode Island, Providence specifically, collaborate more?
Everybody feels like they have to be the one. That's it. That's
You want to know the truth about that?
Tell me.
The truth is that nobody really wants to be the one. It's all entitled.
Entitlement. Yeah.
People love, not even entitlement. People love the title. I'm the leader. I'm the guy. I'm the person in charge. You know what I mean? Like, but even when I tell people about wanting to run a business, I'm like, you really don't want to run a business because everything that it takes to run a business is absolutely draining. You're better off taking your talent and hitching that talent to a wagon that's already moving and contribute to what's already going on. Unless you are a true pioneer in that industry or that space, you're better off finding somebody who's already doing it and work with them. Because there's going to be more money on the table for everybody.
Right.
But instead you wanted your name on the door. And now you can't pay the freaking bills.
Ego, nigga. It's ego.
It is
like
ego.
I said, the title comes with wanting to be the one. You want to be the one, but you don't want to do the work.
It kills me,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
But it kills me to see that all the time. You know what I mean? Like I said, I mentioned it before the pod. Like you said, this is the first time, so, myself or my business partner, we run everything together, of us being on a podcast.
That's wild.
We've done interviews before, but we've never been on a podcast and dealt with any of these people. And then honestly, I ain't even going to front, full transparency. I've even reached out because in my heart,
And you got nothing back?
man, in my hardest moments, bro, because my background, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, F these niggas don't know. Yo, Mo, chill out, bro. You're in a different space right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take that approach. Sometimes these people don't know. Just let them know who you are. And, more than likely, the situation will take place. Mm-hmm. I promise you. I got the DMs. Anybody want to challenge that? I got the receipts. Where I've DM'd, I've reached out and said, yo, listen, I got something dope going on, man. I ain't just talking about fitness. I'm talking about mental health. Ain't nobody talking like this right now. And I'm confident in saying that.
What comes back?
Nobody's talking about nothing. Read, seen, nothing. Facts. And this is some of the podcasts right now that are quick to talk about a Diddy topic or some other stuff right now.
Are they all like some of the more popular pods?
They are.
Are you willing to shoot at them?
I will not. I will not.
You still want to go on them,
Yeah,
even though they didn't let you on?
No, it's not even want to go on because for real, like you said, you my brother.
Yeah, of
but
course.
they might have to get charged. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
Because
Joe Budden pays niggas to go on his pod all
you know what
the
I'm saying?
time.
Like at the way we're moving right now, like I said, here's the thing about the fitness sanctuary. At the point where we are right now, when we step on something, we step with the community. So when I walk into a space and I got my FS on my chest, it's not just me, but walking by myself. I got my entire community that supports me, that loves everything that we're doing. They love the topics that we talk about. They understand their importance, and they're gonna tune in and share.
Right.
This is why we won Best Gym. I'm just telling you, our community made us win.
Word,
and our
fact.
community will make us win again and again and again and again and again.
As long as y'all stay consistent.
And we're actually looking to expand. We're still inclusive. I'm very much inclusive because I understand meeting people where they are. You know what I mean? Not everybody is
in shape.
No.
Wow, really?
No, I'm talking about perception. This guy is crazy.
I knew where you were going with it.
Yeah.
Stop fucking lying, Cass. You gonna stop lying on this. You did not know. Where was he going? Where was he going? Where was he going?
He was talking about perception.
Okay.
Not everyone's all over the place.
All right, got you. I got you. No, you right.
People just shook though, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they like the trending topics, and I feel like whatever's working for them is working for them. So I ain't gonna shoot at you guys right now, but I will say once again, what we're talking about is very, very important. If you want to be a true leader, not just in title, but in action, then you got to deal with us. Is what it is.
Word. Say that shit.
Right.
Say that shit. All right. So next topic. Man, Wallo. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna play a little bit of it because I think it's great.
Oh, I'm black. No black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Now. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material on your shit good? Come on. Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people. No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Don't fuck about what color you is. I'm going to spend my money. That paper, I'm going to spend them deals where the fuck I want to spend it at. Red drive his Porsche Ferrari. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm going to tell you one thing, I ain't going to be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake-ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number one nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby.
All right, that's enough. I can't even listen to any of it anymore.
Oh, you mad, huh?
I didn't like it at all.
Why
I
didn't
didn't
you like it?
Because it's like,
let's talk about
Talk to me, Kaz. Talk to me, Big Kaz.
Wait, y'all didn't feel that? Like,
Talk to me, Kaz.
the negativity that was in that that whole rant, or I don't even know what he was.
It was a rant.
Yeah,
It was a rant.
like what was that?
A rant.
Like,
He's not supporting black just because he's black.
Keeping that same energy for these white businesses? Is their establishment clean? So is it because it's a black-owned business? Oh, they don't have good customer service. Oh, their product is not of quality. Oh, they're not. No.
He's not saying that because they're a black business, it's all of those things. He's saying if you are a black business and you don't have those things, I'm not supporting you because you are black. That's all he's saying.
Which has been talked about, is so
a long time.
You should buy from me because I'm black.
Yeah.
No, why can't I just buy from you because it's good? And I'll be honest with you, even as a black business, even if you go check my website right now, and we've had this discussion in depth, do we put on our website that we're a black-owned business? And I fought tooth and nail to say why.
Why not or why?
Why put up? My face is all over the website. And Taj's face.
It's already, you don't
black
have to say
hell.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you I'm black.
I mean,
I gotta tell you I'm black, bro.
I'm gonna push back a little bit on you. No, I'm gonna push back on you being black as hell. That's right.
Oh, my bad. Hey, I'm light skinned, but my family from Alabama. I'm from the South.
Nah, you a nigga. You a deep fried fucking crackety nigga.
Cornbread, good eating boy. That's how I got this out.
Back to Cass though. I'm sorry.
I mean, I hear what you guys are saying, and I understand it 100%. Nobody wants to spend their money when they're not getting a good product, whether it's a black-owned business or not. Completely understandable. At the same time, I feel like we have a responsibility as a black community to support one another. You know what I mean? Like,
even if the quality's bad.
I feel like
yes or no?
I feel like we shouldn't be overcritical
because I got experiences. I got experience.
Hold on. Let her land.
I feel like we shouldn't be overcritical of our black-owned businesses.
I'm with you on that.
Because I feel like we can be a little bit overcritical of them.
I'm with you on that.
And we're not keeping that same energy for the white businesses, for the Asian businesses, for the Arab businesses. No, they don't have good customer service either. But they always get, you know what I mean?
No.
They get the business because of what?
I agree that Wallo's tone and delivery should have been much better. He could have said that a much different way, and he would have got a different result. I think he's very passionate because we don't know his experiences with black entrepreneurs. We don't know how many people in a fucking day walk up to him and say, "Yo, buy this because I'm black." And it's some bullshit. It might be a mix of, you know what I mean? And we don't know how many times he's been burned.
Would it have gone viral?
Yeah, exactly.
If he would have said it in a different tone, in a different way, would it have gone viral?
It would have went viral because he's Wallo. You know what I mean? Everything, bro. The week before, he was talking a nigga off of jumping off a bridge. Like, what are we talking about? It would have went viral. He talked the nigga off of committing suicide. On the lot, you forgot about it, right? Yeah. Because you were mad at this shit. That was the week before. So this was last Thursday. That was the fucking Wednesday before last. Nigga, the cops are like, go ahead, Wallo, we trust you. This nigga's like Batman now. He's Philly Batman. It's crazy. Yo, he's Philly Batman. So to answer it would have 1,000,000% went viral. I do agree with you, though. His delivery should have been much different, and he could have said it in a way that didn't make it look like black businesses ain't shit, because perception is everything.
Right.
We've been having this conversation literally and figuratively this entire episode. Perception is everything. If a white person hears this rant, they're going to be like, see, I told you, we don't got to go to that fucking African restaurant because their service is going to be trash. Food ain't going to be good. They're going to take forever to bring us our plate and all this bullshit. So I agree with you on that part. But going back to his perspective, he has probably been burned so many times and probably put money in so many people's pockets. And I'm not talking about $20 for a CD. I'm not talking about $30 for a plate of food. I'm talking about, it sounds like Wallo invested thousands, if not tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars into businesses, whether they're people he knew or people that claim to be business folks, because a lot of people scam. We saw that with COVID. A lot of niggas went to jail over that COVID
PPP
money.
loan?
Nigga, over the PPP loan. A lot of niggas went to jail if they couldn't provide the proof and the paperwork that you had, that you were LLC.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know what that man went through, but that shit sounded personal. It didn't sound like he was trying to shit on black business. It
did sound personal. It did give that connotation.
Yeah, it sounded personal, and it sounded like he was burned more times than he cares to count. And we don't hear what was asked that led to the rant beforehand. We only get that 58 seconds, and that's another reason why I'm not fully tripping on it. But I do agree, like, the black dollar counts for a lot. And our dollar doesn't stay in our fucking.
You just took the point from.
But that's what it is. That's what it is.
Because of that fact, we need to be supporting and speaking, highly of our black businesses. There's a lot of black businesses with good quality. You know what I mean? Good quality, good customer service, good products. You know what I mean? Like, the black dollar stays in the black community for, is it minutes? A day?
As soon as they said it only circulates one time.
One time.
So it means that the moment a black person gets $1, it immediately leaves the community and goes to another.
Exactly.
So I would say this though, right? So especially, you're talking as a business owner. The business is always a reflection of the people who operate and own the business. And I think for the most part, especially in our community, we've been so infatuated with the facade of being that. You know what I'm saying? I'm that. You know what I'm saying? I'm him, I'm her. I got the style, I got this, I got that. And the LLC and title makes them feel that. So because of that, they don't do the actual work of the business of getting the standard operating procedures in order, getting the finances in order, getting their, getting their onboarding process in order. So their customer service is trash. And to be quite honest, for me, maybe it's just my background because I do have a sports background. I don't have a problem with that because I can clearly hear the message. I can clearly hear what he's trying to say. Stop just trying to tell me to support you because you're black. Give me something good, and I will look at you first,
right?
Because you're black. But if you don't have something good because you have not spent the man hours or the woman hours to dedicate to making sure that your product and service is where it needs to be, don't just come up here and tell me I need to support you because we shouldn't be supporting each other because the black dollar only circulates once, and you're giving me all of this Dr. Claude Anderson facts that don't represent who you actually are as a person or a business.
Mm-hmm. Right. I 100% get that.
So like that's where I understand where he's coming from with that, because again, I'm not even speaking from a pedestal. I'm speaking for a person that was that. I'm speaking from a person that...
support me.
Support me. I felt like I was doing the right thing. But then when I started to check the scoreboard, my scoreboard was telling me, Mo, you think you're doing the right thing, bro, but you really need to... You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then these ego-bursting conversations, because they burst your ego. They burst it. It's hard work, and it really breaks you down when nobody's seeing. It's the silent work, right? We talked about that earlier. The silent work that a lot of black businesses do not do. It's just a fact. You just don't do it. Now, do I think we're the most creative, inspirational,
all that shit. Run the gambit. Run the gambit. All that shit.
We could do it all. I think it's there, but I don't think we've spent enough time mastering that yet. We haven't spent enough time understanding mastery, and because
we don't know the business part. That's the part. That's the like, we have all the creativity, we have all the talent, God given, born out the womb, throw the fucking football 80 yards, all that shit, fucking paint a Picasso in an hour and a half. We got all that shit. Mm-hmm. It's always been our main challenge has always been the business aspect of all of this shit, bro. Yeah. Like, we're behind 465 years, and even with that 465 years that we're behind, we're still fucking crushing it as a unit, because where we're at and the few billionaires that we do have, we ain't even supposed to have them. Right. We're still technically several hundred years behind.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like we're operating from they
tried to kill us several times.
We're all operating from a head start that is 465 years in the making, and we're right here. That's why all the shit that's happening in the feds is happening right now. That's why everything's step on this, step on that. Fucking deport this person, deport that person. I ain't never seen so many fucking helicopters and planes crash in my life. Ever, nigga. We've never seen it.
Spooky.
There's been like 9 of them, and it's only April.
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker want to fire every. We're gonna fire 10,000 people from this department and 5,000 people over here and 2. Why? You don't like efficiency? You don't like people?
Well, I don't think that.
My nigga.
I don't think that's
Cat,
what's going on.
We don't even got to get into it. When you sit there and say, I'm going to fire the head of the FCC, the motherfucker that's right next to him, and the motherfucker that's right next, I'm going to fire everybody who's in leadership at the FCC. And then as soon as you do that, that same week, the helicopter crashes into the plane and you got over 300 people dead. What the fuck are we doing? Right? Like, I'm looking at all of this shit and I'm like, God damn. And then I bring it back to my people. We don't know none of this shit. They want to build workers in schools, not free thinkers, not critical thinkers,
right.
not problem solvers.
Yep.
They want to build you up to be a motherfucking laborer.
Exactly.
They want you to be in a factory or a warehouse or a and it's not a knock on being a mechanic, being an HVAC person, being a construction nigga, cool. Those labor jobs are fire. Those are trades. But they don't want you to be thinking about nothing critical, which is why, going back to his point, another callback, when you go to the motherfucking polls and you only see one name, you know why. And then you're like, yo, this motherfucker has been ineffective for 12 years.
Yo.
But he's been the city councilman for 12 fucking years.
Yo, honestly,
Right.
It's been crazy.
It's nuts.
It's crazy.
When you
I
look
ain't
at
gonna
it.
call your name out, but the fact that you still got a job is crazy.
Bro, there's a nigga. I'm with the smoke. Nathan Beer, mark your motherfucking days.
No,
Mark
that's
your
my
days.
family.
I
That's
bet
my
he
family.
is.
Don't do
mark
that.
your motherfucking calendar, nigga.
Don't do that.
We're packing you up. He's been in the Cash. He doesn't do his job. It's not personal. I love you. He does not do his job. When there's a baby to kiss, he shows up. But guess what? If I need some shit for the community, if I need a couple, I got to clean up next week for a neighborhood in his district. You think I got any money from this nigga to pay for snacks, water, food, tools, supplies? Nothing. I haven't seen that nigga since COVID. The only other time I seen that nigga,
He ain't bring fruits now.
and I know like three.
That doesn't mean he's not trying to do his job.
No,
on a
he's
different
coasting.
end.
He's coasting, and it's fine. I get it. A lot of niggas coast. It's not an attack on you. I love you. I love my nigga KC. I love my nigga Peterson. I love all his cousins, because you niggas are about shit. He ain't. And it's okay to say that.
Can I say something about our OGs?
Go ahead.
Because our OGs, there's a lot of them out there that have made attempts to make changes. So often, I feel like the messenger becomes bigger than the message.
TD Jakes, bitch ass nigga. I hate him.
A lot of, I can go down the list, you know what I mean? Like, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has experienced this. You know what I mean? Like, I even the pinnacle, like, I start at the top. For me, if I look at what's going on the surface, I start at the top. And so when I look at guys like that and I go, you guys have become, you're supposed to be teaching people a way of life, but instead I'm honoring you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm honoring you and not the message that you're preaching.
Ego.
And
I can't even say Elijah Muhammad asked for that, but like, he's like 87. He's in his 80s now, and he's still one of the most profound fucking speakers, which is crazy. But also, that's our fault.
But you look at the way the FOI operates. You get what I'm saying?
Super militant.
It's super militant. You know what I'm saying? But like, even like to a fault, because that's the Malcolm X the debate between them two.
Yeah, because that's not what Islam is supposed to be. The FOI killed Malcolm, so I ain't really fucking with him. But I respect. I respect Elijah Muhammad,
you get what I'm
though.
saying? Because you're so big on the who you are and what you're supposed to represent that you're not following the message itself.
Exactly.
God is supposed to be the truth for everybody.
Everybody.
It's not select, bro.
Nope.
God is not select, because if God is the end all be all, he's created everything, both good and bad. He's created duality for us to understand. You wouldn't know what good is if you've never seen evil.
100%.
So don't talk to me from this point where we can't do this because you're following some rules that you think
Word.
are supposed to be in place.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody's supposed to get have the equal right to the kingdom.
For sure.
Right.
And that's the perversion of faith, which is why I'm not religious. And
Exactly.
that's why
Same.
we're spiritual and not religious, my nigga. Like, I'm not going into any of those houses. I think the Christians, the Catholics, the Muslims, the Buddhists, you do whatever the fuck you want. The Zionists, you have a blast. Have a blast. Read that book and manipulate the words however you see fit. I've read it too, nigga. We went to Catholic school for... How many years you go to Catholic school? You went to Bishop McVinney, right? BMV?
No, I went to Blessed Sacrament.
Whatever,
I don't know how
nigga,
many
same
times
shit.
I've told you that. I went to Blessed
That was the second time.
Sacrament.
That was the second time.
From preschool to 8th grade. I went to St. Ray's.
Oh, so you was pre-K all the way to 8th?
Yes.
Ooh,
I've been
and
to
then
3
you-
schools my whole life. I've told you that how many times?
I remember...
Blessed Sacrament, St.
remember
Ray's,
Saints.
URI. I have not been to many schools.
Don't kick
That's
my...
crazy.
Don't kick my back in.
Yeah, that's
But
like
she's like
unheard
a
of.
true African, because in the 90s, that's the only way they thought we were going to get an education. Catholic school. Because they believe in Jesus so much. So we're going to send all you motherfuckers to Catholic
Well,
school.
my mom is, an African woman, and
My
she
father
came
is
to
an
this
African
country,
man.
and she knew public school was not it.
Dope.
Yeah, so for me, it was St. Mary's Providence, rest in peace. It doesn't exist anymore. And he wanted me to go to LaSalle, but LaSalle was too much, so I ended up going to the Met. But if it wasn't too much, I would have went to LaSalle. It is what it is. But like, that's the thing. And we grew, and I read,
Yeah, we grew up in that.
religion was it was a subject.
Yeah, it was.
From first grade all the way through 8th, for pre-K for her all the way, it's a subject. So you're reading excerpts from the Bible every single day to the point where you read that whole motherfucker.
Think about it. All right, well, the good with the bad. How much is those excerpts from the Bible? How much of those benefited you till this day, as far as principles and rules to live by?
I know what a thief is.
Right.
I know what a liar is. I know what a scammer is. I know, bro, the Bible got mad lessons in that motherfucker.
It does. It does got some good lessons, and some that are
and as an
you can
adult,
get-
when you're able to
Right.
zoom out and look at your life on a holistic level and go macro, right? It's like, all right, cool. A lot of this shit was stories that were accounted for and written down on paper by men who followed Jesus. If that's the version you're going with. We're talking about the Torah or the Quran.
And it depends on what testament you're talking about, too.
But if we're talking about the Torah or the Quran, it's like it's a different, it's a whole, because it's a different messenger. In the Bible is Jesus. In the Quran,
No, in the New Testament is Jesus.
Go ahead.
In the
break it
Old
down.
Testament, the Quran and the Old Testament kind of mirror each other a little bit.
Talk your shit.
The difference between the Quran and the difference between what the Jews believe in Judaism is the New Testament. They do not believe Jesus is the Son of God.
Word.
There's that's where the conspiracy is.
Yep.
The Old Testament is they agree with that, Abraham and all that and whatever else. But New Testament, when it comes to Jesus Christ, it gets fuzzy. with
Yeah,
a
there's
lot
too
of
many
different,
too many new niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are these new niggas
A lot of
in
people
here?
they call him a prophet. He was a teacher. He was a man.
Yeah, who are these new niggas
which
in
I
here?
believe he was a man. He was born a man, and they made the Catholics made Jesus God, like the Father, Son, Holy
Because I was
Spirit.
making shit up.
Right. They made him God, just like how Easter, you know what I mean? That he died and rose again and all this stuff. Jesus, honestly, to me, Jesus is an ascended master. He is
Yes.
someone who taught unconditional love,
Facts.
like on a whole nother level.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
On a
And
level that we should all aspire
the
to.
chakras in the body, like he reached crown chakra. Like, you know what I mean? Like he...
Talk your fucking shit,
Yeah,
guys.
that's how I see Jesus. When you have
Yeah.
real unconditional love for people,
It's the pinnacle.
yeah, that's
Sure.
that's the reason why we're here. You get what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Talk your
Is to
shit,
love.
guys.
That's all that. You know what I mean? That's what transcends space, time, anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. But was he a man? I do believe he was a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I
either
owe
way,
you a steak. Give me
why
two.
you dap me up?
Nah, because you fucking cook. That's your best rant. You had some good rants. That's top
I like
two.
diving into religion and
the game.
spirituality.
Get in your
I
fucking
see,
bag,
yeah,
nigga.
I
do
do.
too. Honestly, I do too. But I do feel like regardless of which, the truth is always going to be
Here comes some light skin shit.
Exactly.
Prepare
No,
yourself.
I agree with that
the
too.
truth. The truth is always going to be the truth. Now, how you define that always is going to go back to you and your way of absorbing things, how you
Right.
digest it,
How you interpret it? Yeah.
how you interpret it. You know what I'm saying? But people need the word. So I say, even for the both of you, regardless of what you think about your background, your understanding of those life principles, because even me, myself, right? So I was raised in the church myself.
Nigga, I was in a choir, the lead boy singer.
Too. Nigga,
Lead male singer
too.
of the
Listen,
kids'
I know
choir.
some people out there always look at me and be like, "Yeah, I remember when he was singing in the choir." Fact,
Yeah,
that
tall
was
as
me.
fuck. This nigga was 6'5" at 11 in the choir.
We all singing everybody in the church. Facts. Listen,
And
Where'd
Catholic
you go to
school,
church,
I mean,
nigga?
Catholic church or like
Baptist,
a Christian,
nigga.
no. It's that Baptist. It was a
Methodist.
Christian church or
like
you know,
Pentecostal.
No, Christian, just not denominational.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
So there was white people there. It wasn't just niggas.
Well, Christianity is so many different
Yeah, I know.
Pentecostal, Baptist, all this shit.
It was black, whites, boom.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like I said, there
Right.
was white people in there.
Yeah, it was everybody. in my church.
Non-denominated, there was white people in there.
But my pastor, rest in peace, Reverend William Beatty, you know, he was like the first person to really speak my talent, like to my face, like
What was the talent?
my way of speaking. You know what I mean? He was just like, oh, he's like, okay, you know how to.
Your orator.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you could understand it. You not only can you understand it, but you can speak it and you can teach it. Because I used to find myself a lot of times in Sunday school teaching the kids around me what they were trying to tell us. They're saying scriptures and I'm telling them, oh, he's just saying that he did this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just doing me, thinking I'm just doing me. And it's like, no, they don't understand that the way you just understood that.
Right.
That's your talent. You can speak that back to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so-
Nigga, not you being the Bible whisperer. Chill out, nigga.
I've always been, listen, I can
You
quote
always been
Bible
the
scriptures off the top of my head still to this day that I've learned probably when I was like 7, 8 years old. And
Mo the Bible whisperer. That's your new nickname on the streets.
my mom, hey, shout out to my mom, Cassandra.
Shout out to
She-
mom,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Shout out
mom's
to
name's
Mom
what?
Dukes.
Cassandra.
Oh, that's my name. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, okay.
I love that.
I can see it. Black Queens.
Yes.
All right, salute.
That's a real name. That's a real strong, beautiful name. She must be a really beautiful woman.
Yeah, facts. You already know. Yeah. Compliment yourself.
Stop.
Compliment
Wole,
yourself.
don't hate. He's such a hater, honestly.
Yo, I'm shutting up. Mute up.
Yeah, you should shut up because you're just a hater.
What we gonna do, Wole?
What you mean?
Where we at?
We almost out of here. We out of here, yo. That was it. Finish your thought, nigga. We out of here. We got 5 minutes, yo. What y'all want to do, man? Neo. Talk about Neo's love life. You wanted to talk about that.
Neo's love life.
He wanted to talk
Him
about
and
it.
his 5 girlfriends.
Neo and the Breakfast
Why they
Club.
own Neo in this love life though? Like, why? What? My only thing is,
Why did you want to talk about this?
well, just because it's been like, so I'm a comment reader. I'm an avid comment reader, right? Because I like to know what the blind, deaf, and dumb consensus is.
The sheep.
The sheep. I want to know what are the sheep doing? You know what I mean? Like, why do they think like this? You know what I mean? So like,
All right.
and I look at it and it's just like a bunch of people that just like talk down on his lifestyle, and people don't understand that this is a culture and a way of life in a lot of different spaces outside of where you live. So why? Because this man has chosen to live his truth in a way that he's not hurting anybody or manipulating anybody. If anything, if I'm just being quite honest, he just took what, 4? I don't know.
4.
Whatever. 4. He then took 4 women and elevated their lifestyle in perpetuity for as long as they're under his wing.
Would you do it, Cass?
They could have went and worked at Target.
Would you be 1 of 4? Cass, would
If
you be 1
if
of 4?
I did do it, if the thought had
That's not what I
crossed
asked
my
you.
mind,
Would you do it?
it
Is what
would
I'm asking.
only be in that situation. It'd have to be someone who had millions, because it can't be no.
So
Never.
a nigga
God
come
forbid.
around, he got like 50 of them things, 50 M's. You do it and be 1 of 4?
If I entertain the thought, yeah.
50 million.
And that's supposed to be the rule.
Would you want to have? Yeah. I'm gonna sprinkle some silence on what you're saying, because I want to ask you too. You a handsome light skinned nigga in shape and all that, or business owner, entrepreneur, 4 girlfriends, you can do it?
Can I do it? I got a family at home.
Okay, good answer.
All right. Yeah, I got family.
Would you do it?
Another time. Another time in life.
We got him. We got him, ladies and gentlemen.
Would I do it?
Nigga said, when I said, could you do it? I got a family at home. Would you do it?
Yeah, hey, look,
We got him.
niggas do this. This is what niggas do.
Yeah, you didn't scratch it.
Anytime niggas scratch their head, our heads are not itchy. Anytime niggas scratch their head, it's us trying to figure out how do I get out of here.
Yeah.
Right? I'm scratching. I'm scratching right now. I'm scratching.
Your girl dad times 2, right?
Nope. I got a son.
Okay, so your new baby's a son.
Yep.
Congrats, bro.
2 girls and a boy?
Nope. 1 girl, 1 boy. Actually, well, my stepdaughter, my daughter, and my son.
Nice.
Get that step shit's out of here. That's your daughter, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Her daddy ain't around. That's me.
You're like, what are they? That's fire. That's fire.
Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Just taking them under my wing, showing them the way. You know, that's what really means the most to me. But I talk about this kind of subject because I've considered it at one point in time.
Having multiple women?
Oh, yeah.
Like a polygamous type
Yeah, I've
relationship.
considered it before.
You're handsome enough to pull it off.
Before, it has nothing to do with being handsome.
It does.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, it does.
All niggas are ugly.
That's not true.
Yes, sir. Niggas
You're
are
handsome as fuck.
No,
You just not. You don't got as much money as Neo. Neither do I.
I'm
Nigga,
good.
You could be the most handsome, beautiful person, but if the inside is ugly, you're ugly.
Yeah.
So I feel that.
I just think men in general are just.
Oh, men in general, yeah.
Oh, we just.
You're talking about the
nasty-ass
You're talking
creatures.
about the creature. I'm talking about the external vessel. You are
Yeah.
handsome. You nigga, if you knew how to dance, you'd be Chris Brown. I don't know why the fuck you.
Listen, I say this all
Don't
the
come
time.
on my fucking platform playing like
Motherfuckers
this.
lucky I
Don't
can't
come
sing.
on our
If I
platform
can
and play like
sing,
this.
if I can sing, motherfuckers be in trouble.
If you can sing and dance, you'd be out of here,
If I can
nigga.
sing,
Training who? Who the fuck are you? Who are you training?
Why would I be doing that?
All that
Which I'm
shit.
glad. I think that's why God does everything for a
Yeah,
reason. He's just like,
100%.
nah, I can't give you everything because I need you to do some other
Nigga,
work.
if you can sing and dance, it's over. It's gonna be a hard out for a lot of niggas in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Not Providence. It's gonna be hard out. It's like, I used to talk to this guy named Morris. Oh, you still talk to him.
So-
Yeah. It's nice meeting you.
Question: before you got in your current relationship, you entertained the thought, or
Yeah, I did. I did entertain the thought. I talked it through. Honestly, shout out to my significant other right now. She was
Damn,
the
this
one
nigga
that
said
kinda
right now.
She put the heat on me to make a decision.
As you should.
So she was like, I'm not with that. I understand what you're doing because, I was just very big on transparency and truth. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do it and not explain, to women what I was doing. So at the time, even how I met her kind of through that lifestyle. So I was going on multiple dates a day. You know what I mean? Like
True fuckboy shit.
it wasn't fuckboy shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's where fuckboy shit is doing that and then promising them a future and a life and then doing other things. I never ever did that.
You was always straightforward.
100,000%, and I promise
man.
any girl that did that I was dating
man.
at the time can speak for that.
My man.
That was part of my dinner conversation. I wanted to bring that up.
Word.
Like, oh, what are you doing later? I'm probably gonna go, go see somebody else after this.
oh,
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm
type
just
shit like that.
yeah, and then like okay, why? Because
Oh,
well, I'm single. You're single. I get a chance to play my options out and see. I don't know what this
keep
is
it
gonna-
100.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Why do I have to push all my chips to the table for somebody I just met and I decided to have some food with? You're eating your food. We can have a conversation 30 minutes from now, but because I told old girl that I'm done with her because I'm talking to your ass now, I got to go back and backtrack. No, I got to do that until I make a decision. It's free game. It's free game for everybody. And if you don't like that, you are more than welcome to say, I don't like that. I'm all set, Mo. I don't want to talk to
They
you.
don't want to hear none of that shit if they like you though.
Yeah, no girl.
They
wants to
don't.
hear
And
that.
guess what? You know what's the opposite? Honestly, and transparency. The opposite effect happened. Most people wanted to talk more
Yeah.
because they said that was the first time that they ever heard a man say something that they thought was absolutely true.
Yeah, no, sure. It's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so when I said that, I'm just like, oh, wait. So it's not even the fact that even when even when you listen to women talk about men cheating, they never really talk about their feelings. They always talk about the perception of other people and what they have of them. Oh, you made me look stupid out there. You get what I'm saying? It's always about some other perception and nothing to do with
accountability
or what's actually going on between me and you. It's so rare that situation happens. So I look at it like, okay, how much of this is society putting this pressure on you to tell you that you need to be monogamous, or your true soul telling you that I make you happy, me and you are cool where we are right now because you understand me and I tell you the truth and we have straightforward conversations every time me and you come and we interact with each other. What means more? Mm-hmm. And then when you start to lay it on the table like that for them, they go, well, I actually like that you can actually just speak to me and we could have a real conversation.
Word.
All right.
You just got to give women an option.
Just give them an option.
Give people an option, not just women. If you got through 2-3 niggas and you got a sugar daddy or whatever, give the nigga who ain't got no money an option.
So much trouble today.
Who?
Fucking around with Wole. When this episode comes out, I'm gonna be sleeping.
Not this nigga breaking the fourth wall.
I'm done.
Yo, that was beautifully said, my nigga. He right. Yo, keep it a bean, yo. Stop lying. Yo, yeah, listen.
Yo, new shirts coming out. Stop lying. Yo, dead ass. Real talk. Stop lying.
A gym can't have those shirts though. That's kind of crazy. Well, I guess you can because niggas be lying about.
Yeah,
Niggas be lying about their programs and shit.
I got all of this in different colorways.
Oh my god! All right, yo, bro, we appreciate you for kicking it with us, man. This was fun. We definitely got to bring Taj's little short, strong ass onto the pod in the summertime. We're gonna bring you back, but. Cass, sign out, man. What you want to tell the people before we get the fuck out of here?
Nothing. Everyone stay safe, be good.
Got that Janet Jackson leather on.
You like it?
Yeah, you fly as fuck, my nigga.
Always.
You fly. That nigga Cass.
Follow me on Instagram at Cassie Hawa.
Yes.
Cassie.Hawa _ and I'm on Facebook, but I don't really post on Facebook.
You don't post on Facebook ever.
No. So just follow me on IG.
Word. Yeah, and follow the Pregame Pod on IG. Follow me at Wole Stand Up on IG and Threads. What's your socials, man? Give it to them.
Just follow Fitness Sanctuary or just go to fitnesssanctuaryri.com. Type your name in the box and then, we'll take care of you. Word. Yeah. I was not going to do it. Episode 330 of the Pregame. My name is Wole here with Queen Cass. Jeez, we fucking miss you, yo. Right. We lay out. Until next time, peace, nigga.